Danilo to Arsenal in January, and we are talking a confirmed fixture of Arsenal versus Juventus one day to the finale of the World Cup, and it's going to be played at the Emirates. Then later, we are going to be discussing things concerning the Arsenal players expected to feature into the England national team that is going to play tomorrow or today, when they are really playing a team which goes by the names of they are playing USA tomorrow, and that's the game that is going to sum up the day. And these Danilo updates have been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, and obviously we are here to let you know what they are all about. Thank you guys for watching in. Rokani David is my name, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel because you guys are really amazing people and you keep us going every time you really come in through and you really keep watching this channel. And today, obviously, last video of the day, fourth video, I think I've treated you with loads and loads of love as required by you guys, because you had all what it takes to be here and wait until when we closed it down. And the first person to come in to let us know about this story is Fabrizio Romano. Danilo is one of those players that Arsenal was chasing in for during the summer of this year, and however much there is the amount of money that Palmeiras was really looking for in the player, they told them that we have a tournament that we believe Danilo is going to be so much important for us, and we're not selling him. But in January, he will be up for grabs. Everything has been really negotiated, and Fabrizio has really gone ahead to let us know the following about Danilo, that at the moment, there is still no change in the situation. Danilo is one of the players on Arsenal's list since July. He is appreciated, and the relationship with his agent is very good for sure. So that is no doubt. Mikel Arteta and Edu are really the people who really admire Danilo to come in at Arsenal. And you know those connections of Brazilian players and Arsenal ever since Edu came in at Arsenal, and his first signing too was a player in the names of Pablo, who was stabbed in Italy, I think towards the World Cup break, and obviously is expected to return to full training in January. But he has lots of connections with the Arsenal side, and that is Edu. Obviously bring lots of Brazilians to Arsenal. Ever since Edu came in at Arsenal, he has brought the following Brazilians at Arsenal: Pablo Mari, Gabriel Magalhães. Then the other player that he brought in at Arsenal was Marquinhos. Then the latest that has just been brought is Gabriel Jesus, and very many Brazilians are being looked at by Arsenal, and they expect to bring them at the club to add more success to the club. So Danilo to Arsenal is no question that he is not on the list of the P players that Arsenal are looking at to sign in January. Then Fabrizio told us that, but at the moment there are still no changes in the negotiation with Palmeiras on the players' side. I think we will have to wait a bit longer to find out Arsenal's next move. So this is known that Arsenal and Palmeiras are in talks. Now, it's in the hands of Arsenal to make their next move. And what is their next move going to be? Is it going to be going out to sign this player, or to go out and really say, let's go out for another player that is not Danilo? Reason being, Danilo is a complete CDM, and he plays well, swift left foot in that midfield, very good Brazilian, and one of the talents that everyone is looking at to go on and really replace the likes of Casemiro or the Brazilian national team. If you watched Brazil play today, you've seen that Casemiro is really an anchorman of that of that team, and he anchored the back four very well and connected the midfield to the attack on very many occasions. That's what exactly Danilo does, but Danilo is really more fast than Casemiro, and I believe he's taller than Casemiro, and he does a little bit of some skills onto the ball. That is a player who goes by the names of Danilo, and it's going to take a little bit longer to find out Arsenal's next moves, and I think Arsenal's next moves will be confirmed in January, because we'll be knowing if at all they go in for another player. That will mean that Danilo is out of the equation. Then Fabrizio went ahead to let us know that still I think he would be an excellent option for any English club. Fantastic underrated midfielder. I'm often surprised he has not already moved, but as I've mentioned before, no one has paid the 75 million pounds. That's not it. So that's all about Danilo, and I believe you guys are really so much equipped about Danilo at Arsenal. And Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to provide us with an update of a team which goes by the names of Arsenal as far as signing Danilo from Brazil is really concerned. So Danilo is on his way to Arsenal, and everything depends on Arsenal whether they are going to go on and really make a move. That is for another day, and we wait and see who Arsenal are really going to go in for, because Arsenal does its things very much surprisingly. You remember they are going in for Tielemans, but towards the end of the summer transfer window, Partey got an injury and El Nini got an injury. That turned around the game plan of Arsenal, and they went in for something different. They wanted to sign Danilo or Douglas Luiz. For Douglas Luiz, he has renewed his contract at Aston Villa for 4 years. Then Danilo is still available, but we don't know whether Arsenal will go in for Danilo when El Nini is back fit, and Thomas Partey has shown that he can stretch to go on and play very many games without getting an injury, because even today Thomas Partey has played for Ghana full 90 minutes, meaning that ever since he got an injury, he has played very many games than he has ever for a team which goes by the names of Arsenal. So guys, thank you for watching. Sorry about that. Thank you for watching in, and let's get to this other match. Arsenal is going to play AC Milan and another team in Dubai before returning back to Emirates, and a third game has been added onto that fixture of Arsenal before they will return to play in the Premier League with West Ham at the Emirates. Now, it's official from the Arsenal website that Arsenal will face Juventus in a friendly match before the return of domestic leagues at the Emirates Stadium on the 17th of December, kickoff at 6 p.m. UK time. You now know what that it's all about. So Arsenal is going to play Juventus, and very much know that Arsenal is preparing for the return of the Premier League. Why? They've been out for so long. Some players of Arsenal, I believe, they're really going to get out more earlier, like Ghana. Thomas Partey is going to come out more earlier. And the reason why they've set the date as 17th is simple, meaning that the World Cup finale will be played the next day, meaning that they will have had most of their players back. When you look at Arsenal, I believe the teams that have Arsenal players that can reach the final or semi-final are Brazil, Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus. The other team is England, can reach the final. They're having Ramsdale, Ben White, and Bukayo Saka. Which other team? Switzerland can't. I'll be shocked if Switzerland really make it even to the quarterfinal. I'll be shocked. I believe Granit Xhaka will get back early enough. Tomiyasu will return early enough. Which other player? Thomas Partey will return early enough, meaning that by the 17th, Arsenal will only be lacking like 3 or 4 players out of the 10 that went to the World Cup. So that's why they put it onto the 17th of December at the Emirates. Now, Mikel Arteta, the manager of Arsenal, I think he's behind which teams he's going to play before the return of the domestic league. He has the following to say. He said that we are looking forward to hosting Juventus at the Emirates. That's what he said, and he confirmed it in his own words. We are looking forward to hosting Juventus at Emirates. Our supporters have been magnificent this season. They've created such a strong connection with the team. Then he went ahead to let us know that it will be fantastic to rekindle that spirit because So it's not because. It will be fantastic to rekindle that spirit before competitive action starts up again. Lyon, AC Milan and Juventus will provide strong opposition. It will be a great test for us ahead of the restart. Now, you look at Mikel Arteta and you understand why he chose Lyon, AC Milan and Juventus. One, he wants opposition from different leagues because they had planned before to play against Everton in Dubai, but I believe the Premier League was against it because they would have played that game before they would have gone ahead to play it into the Premier League. So they were against it, and I believe Mikel Arteta said, all right, let's go in for some other three teams. Lyon and AC Milan are going to be based in UAE, that is Dubai. Players of Arsenal will be finding it easy to reconnect or rejoin the team when they come back from the World Cup. And I believe Arsenal are not going to act like Manchester United. United say that they're going to give the players of the World Cup 7 days of rest. That means for Arsenal, it's not going to be 7 days of rest. They are going to let them come out and really join them immediately. And these players won't allow it even. We look at players like Bukayo Saka, I believe, like Thomas Partey. They can't allow Arsenal to play West Ham when they are not around. That's it. I believe that there are some players we are going to see that are going to play in the finale of the World Cup that really belong to Arsenal, who will return to the camp of Arsenal when the World Cup is done. Immediately they'll report back to London Colney to train with Arsenal because they can't allow to see their team really go down losing points when they are really available, because most Arsenal players at the World Cup are not being used a lot. I believe the only Arsenal player that being used a lot is Tomiyasu. Is going to be used a lot. Granit Xhaka is going to play a lot of football. The other one is Bukayo Saka. The other one is who else? Ramsdale on the bench. Ben White on the bench. Saliba is on the bench of France. Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus just came on today. You saw them. Which other Arsenal players really going to be used a lot? Thomas Partey. Who else? I believe there are not many that Arsenal players that are really going to go on and say that, oh, we got tired during the World Cup, because most of them are non-starters. And Tomiyasu, for any information, is not a starter, the team which goes by names of Arsenal. That's why I tell you that players like Ben White, Ramsdale, after the World Cup, whether they've won it or they've been knocked out, they report directly to London Colney to find themselves into that shape of really playing for a team which goes by names of Arsenal. And provided they are fit, they won't need to go out and really find difficulty to fit into the team, because the sequence and patterns are still the same. They've been playing with this team for some 1 or 2 years. They know what the manager wants, and the manager will find it easy to drop them directly into the starting 11 of Arsenal on the 27th of December when they are hosting West Ham at the Emirates. I believe the only hard game for them they will find to play is that of Juventus. But these other games of the Premier League, they are going to come out and really start, especially even if Bukayo Saka plays in the finale of the World Cup. That will be on 18th, meaning that 9 days later, that's when it will be the game to play a team which goes by the names of West Ham, meaning that he would have rested close to 7 days. Then he returns to Arsenal to train with them, and obviously he can start, because 7 days rest without playing football is enough for a player to recondition himself in a better mode and condition than never before. Now, we know that today England is really going to be playing a team in the names of USA. It's really going to be a very hard game, because USA players have come out and said, we want to show England that we are really one of the best teams into this group. And England is really willing to go on and really kill this game off immediately, as they did when they are playing Iran and they put 6 goals past Iran. And I believe England have the squad to go on and compete ahead of USA, and they're going to go on and dislodge them. But we've had a story coming in from The Athletic confirming to us that England manager Gareth Southgate is set to name an unchanged lineup for the Three Lions game against USA on Friday. So That game is going to be played tomorrow. Today or tomorrow, depending when you're watching us from, because in my country right now it's already Friday. So that means today the game that is crossing the day is going to be England versus a side which goes by names of USA. Big game, because USA have some good players. Serginho Dest, they're having Christian Pulisic and very many other good players. So yeah, we can't wait to see them come up and really put themselves up into contention to go on and really start into the to go up and really put in a very hard resistance for a side which goes by the names of Arsenal. So right now, as things stand, I'm here to let you know that everything is really going on as planned for a team which goes by names of England, and I believe most people are really doing great and really taking us onto the required mode of football in the World Cup. England just needs to win this game. When they win this game, obviously, they will have qualified for the next round of the round of 16 in the World Cup. But Bukayo Saka, notably of Arsenal, I believe he's really having a very good World Cup, scoring a brace against a team which goes by the names of Iran. I believe he's also going to be one of the most influential players to tear apart that defense of a team which goes by names of USA. So guys, tell me your prediction. I believe England is going to win by 3-0. I believe they can keep a clean sheet this time round. So Ben White and Ramsdale, don't expect them to start. But the other lineup that started, they had Pickford in goal. Right back was Kylian Trippier. Left back Luke Shaw. Central defense partnership was Harry Maguire playing on the left side of the central defense. Then John Stones on the right side of the central defense, a double pivot of Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice. Then they had Saka play off the left attacking side of the midfield. They had Sterling playing as the left attacking midfielder, and obviously Harry Kane was leading the line for a team which goes by names of England as they trounced Iran by 6-1. And I want to see who was playing as a central attacking midfielder. It was Mason Mount who was really doing that job, playing as a central attacking midfielder for a team which goes by the names of England. So I believe that team can win against USA comfortably without difficulty. But as you know, anything can happen in the game of football. Sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the blood of Jesus Christ. May the Almighty Lord protect you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later. Last video of the day. See you tomorrow morning with the latest update coming in from all your camps that are really doing great news in here. I'm out.